Basically, there's a few theories behind the California bushfires and why they spread so quickly and how they just came out of nowhere. Now, I personally know people that actually lost everything. They got evacuated, they weren't allowed to return to their home, and they literally didn't know what they would find when they got home. I know one person, him and his family went back to the property and there was nothing left but just the ground. It was just ash and not ideal. So what caused these fires? If you live in California like myself, you know it never rains here. Now when it rains, I personally get really excited because I miss storms. I love the rain. I think it's just awesome weather. If you live in LA, within 10 seconds of the rain starting, you will hear this.
Oh my god, it's been raining forever. I can't do anything today.
It's a very dramatic state, so it's perfect for me. But I really want to dive into what really started these fires. Some people are saying it's just natural human nature. The ground was dry, it was overdue, it was bound to happen. I say that's boring. Second theory is there were, school kids that were just playing around and a campfire got out of control. Again, do we think that'll spread on such a large scale? I'm gonna say no, because surely someone can put out a campfire before it spreads to the entire state. And California is one of the biggest states in the whole of America. Also, there was fires in 2017 in California, and they say that homeless people under a bridge started a fire and it got out of control. That seems pretty far-fetched, but it could be true. Number 4 is my favorite theory, and the theory we're going to talk about: laser beams. So these laser beams are from some sort of weapon. Now we don't know if it's another country, we don't know if it's actually America behind it, we don't know if it's aliens, but I want to dig into what we've actually found. Now before we go into California, I want to give an example. Here we've got a picture from the Portugal Madeira wildfire directed energy weapon. Now this burnt the cars but did not burn the trees around them. Now these trees are very thin, they're very easy to catch on fire, and they're actually perfectly fine. Interesting. Now this one is from 2017 in California. Now this building basically caught on fire. Now they say it was from the wildfires. I don't know how this could be from the wildfires. This building is in the middle of a parking lot and no trees, or that looks like a gas station. None of that is burnt. How is that a wildfire? Now this one is from a video called It's Our Own People. Now I know firefighters are proactive and they actually start fires to actually stop a fire burning past that point. Called backburning, but this fire, apparently there was no firefighters that did any backburning. This line is so straight, it looks like some sort of weapon or laser just drew it out, and that's where the fire was to go. Weird. Like, looking at that image, I can totally understand that there's lasers or some sort of weapon doing that. First of all, it's a baseball field. There is no trees or anything to catch fire there. And second of all, look how straight those lines are. Come on people, there's something going on here. Now this one is from California, again in 2017. Look how clean the street is. There's not a lot of evidence of it being windy in this photo to me. And as you can see, some of the trees in this street are still really green. When it's a wildfire, it obliterates everything. So I just find that very strange. Now this photo is actually from the Kraz Files. What is the Kraz Files? So the Kraz Files is conclusive photographic evidence proving California is under attack by DEWs. Now DEWs is directed energy weapons. I don't know who's behind them. Do I think they exist? Yes, I do. Now you can see in this photo, there's cars on a freeway, but there's no entry points for any of these fires. I understand if a wildfire starts on one side and goes across to the other, but it's selective on which cars it chooses. A wildfire would just wipe them all out. It's not going to be selective, especially if it's a fuel type vehicle. I'm not entirely sure about this one, but this is a photo of a rabbit. So they're saying that some sort of weapon got this guy mid-hop. What do you guys think? Now this photo is in a place called Paradise, California. So the top image is the before and the bottom image is the after. Look how clearly the lines are around these houses. If this was a wildfire, first of all, it would start with trees in a forest and it would just keep going. Yes, wind can change, but look at the definitive lines around this neighborhood. Someone explain that to me. Now, if you look at this photo, the trees are still intact. Every building around it is gone, but it's very unusual to have trees still standing. I just find that bizarre. When a house catches on fire, it goes through massive explosions. I mean, there's gas in the house, there's all sorts of different appliances. There can be explosions, and then the little ash embers, they fly into the atmosphere and they land on trees. None of these trees are affected. It doesn't make sense. Now this photo isn't exactly clear. This photo allegedly is from someone in California that took a photo in the sky of some sort of laser coming down on California during the time of these wildfires. It could just be something in the atmosphere. It could be, you know, the tail behind an airplane, but it's nighttime and it seems to be glowing. I don't know. Now this photo is actually from 2017, again in California. There seems to be a lot of bushfires in California. Did I choose the wrong state to live? I don't know. But this tree is burning from the inside out. Someone explain that. And if you look around this tree, there is still greenery. People seem to be driving past. Like, there is a fire in this tree. I don't understand how that works. Unless it was a laser or some sort of weapon. Now, I don't know about this one, but you know how Elon and the Boring Company are building the Hyperloop? If you have been living under a rock, the Hyperloop is basically an underground tunnel that will transport you from LA all the way up to San Francisco. If we compare this map to the fire warning map showing where the fire threat areas are, people are saying it follows the exact trail to where fires are. So was it planned by, I don't know, the Boring Company? It could be. Now again, look at this one. This is a neighborhood in California. All the greenery around the houses are completely fine. And all the houses are just, it's like someone just put a laser on them and poof, gone. I don't know if I'm overthinking it, but explain that. How is that possible? Then there's this building. This is in California. Like the image says, there's no sprinklers that worked. There was no smoke detectors that went off. How does one building catch on fire like that? Again, the trees around it completely fine, but this building is surrounded by roads and there's no forest around it. So where does the fire come from? Yes, it could be internal, but the whole building to burn like that? That's crazy. To put it in perspective, look at this image. It is the same situation. Lots of trees around these buildings in the parking lot, but these buildings have just burned by themselves. And it's not just one building. There's 3 of them that are just burned. So then there's this image. Now this is weird. In Australia, I've seen fire tornadoes before. It can happen naturally. But this is a very straight line. This is an image that someone took in California, and to me, it looks like a laser. Look at this image. It's pointing directly to where the fire is. It's coming from the sky. What? And think about it. Even if you look up into the sky, if there's that much smoke, you're not gonna see where it's coming from. It's the perfect disguise. Again, this image in the middle of a forest, there's a line pointing straight down and smoke at the bottom. Now, I know what you're thinking, this could have been photoshopped, but to me, it looks pretty real. Like the smoke away from the bottom of the smoky section, it looks like real smoke. So let's just look at a few images here. We'll go through. There is neighborhoods here with trees in the middle, just perfect straight lines. How does that greenery not get burned down as well? And look at this image, again, huge white line pointing at the ground, and then there's some sort of explosion which looks like it's about to cause a fire. I don't know, it's very strange. Now take a look at this video and let me know what you think.
The left of this property is decimated. The right of the property, so this irregular, unpredictable, raging force of nature decided to do this to this house.
I don't know what to think. After watching that evidence, was it lasers? So who is behind these fires? Just say this laser theory is real. Who's responsible? Some people say North Korea because obviously there's turmoil with America and North Korea at the moment. Some people say Russia because Russia, again, there's a little conflict there right now. Some people say aliens, it's just planned to disrupt and control the human population. Some people are saying the whole of the United Nations is behind it because every year they have to control population in certain countries. It's kind of believable, but I don't know. I want to know. Being Australian, I know a lot about fires. It's kind of, in school in America, you're taught about if a gunman comes into the building. We're taught if there's a fire, this is what you do. So I understand how fires work. I understand how fast they can travel. I understand that they can be absolutely catastrophic within seconds. But just the way these pictures show lines and things like that, if there's no one back burning that fire, I can't explain that. I really can't. So why would the UN or another country pinpoint California? Is there something else going on in the political world that we're distracted from? I don't know. I'm intrigued. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I want to know your theories of everything. I don't know what to say. I am fascinated by things like this. I want to know the truth. It's very strange how it's where all the celebrities are. You know what I mean? I know it could be a freak accident and that's just, you know, they all live in the one place, but too weird. Just based on these images and the videos that we're seeing, there's more to it. There has to be. I'm convinced. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe because I love talking about all these conspiracy theories. If you have another one, let me know and I will talk about it in the next video. What caused the California fires? Laser beams. Okay, bye.